What's up, guys? I'm Adriana Maya, and I'm back with another episode of Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Alexis Evans joining me today. She's been in the industry for almost 4 years. She's a content creator, model, and an influencer. Thank you so much for joining me.
I'm so excited to be here, guys.
So, you said you got in about 4 years ago, or almost 4 years.
Yes.
What the hell pushed you into doing content while there's a pandemic going on?
Actually, so weird. I started more or less, so we're gonna get dark for a second.
Let's do
it. My dad passed away June 7th of 2020.
Got you, okay.
And he was like my main financial supporter. I mean, my mom was also in the picture, but he wanted more of a traditional relationship with her.
Got you.
So she never really knew much about the money or the income or where the money was coming from or what. Yeah. So my dad just kind of did everything. And so when he died, it was just, I was distraught.
Of course, yeah.
I was like, how am I going to pay my student loans? What am I going to do? I was living in West Palm Beach, and the rent was like, and this was before COVID, and the rent was still $2,000 a month, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I talked to my roommate, Faith, about it, and I told her, we were talking about it, and I was like, what is this thing? Like, I don't know what it is. And she was like, I don't really know much of it either. So
OnlyFans, you mean?
OnlyFans, gotcha. Yeah. I was like, I heard girls are like making money from this, but I don't really know what it is. And so I reached out to this girl in my hometown who had been doing it. Right. And I was like, so what's the ting?
Right.
You know, are you really making money? Like, what do you have to post? Like, what are we really doing here? And she was like, I make like $700 a month. And she's like, I kind of just post like bikini thirst trap pictures. Right. So it's like, oh, I can do that. Yeah. I'll work that, and then I'll work at the pizza place. Right.
And I'll definitely have my bills paid.
And I can pay my bills, and I mean, people take years to pay off their student loans, so it's not weird that I'll also have to do that. So I was talking to Faith again, my roommate, and I was like, okay, if I just get like 20 subscribers, that will be enough for me to like make it worth it. Right. And I had already been like kind of sending pictures to like sugar daddies before. Right.
See, that's how it is. It's like we're already dipping our toes a little.
Yeah, because I mean, when you're a college girl, like they reach out.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, they
love a college girl.
Especially back in 2020 when OnlyFans wasn't such a big thing. Like I was selling a single booty pic, no poom poom. Right. Single booty pic for like $125. Yeah. It was crazy.
No, and people, they think it's shocking, but you have to realize the whole fucking flow of OnlyFans and the rise of it really came because it was regular girls you could see doing naughty stuff. That's the whole thing of it. Obviously, it's transformed now. A lot of mainstream people are on there. But that's really what it was when it started. So people, when they kind of knock it, I'm like, yeah, there's porn on it now. But when it first came out, like 2017, we were all just showing like regular pictures.
Like maybe a nipple, like
it was like Snapchat almost.
I didn't show my poom poom for a year. The first whole year I did it.
And how many offers did you get?
Oh my
gosh. Not showing it.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. People were offering so much money, but I wasn't comfortable with it yet. And I think that's the biggest thing with doing this is that a lot of people will jump to do something because they get offered money for it. But the most wrong thing you can do in this industry
is rush.
Is rush. Do something you're uncomfortable with, something that you think you might regret. I did not post it until I felt like I was fully comfortable with it. Like this is something that I really didn't care about doing. It didn't really affect me or like my personal life, like putting it out there. But yeah, so my dad passed June 7th, and then like 2 weeks later, I started the OnlyFans. Yeah. And then 2 weeks after that, my roommate, my best friend, she got diagnosed with angiosarcoma. Yeah. I think it was really severe. I don't want to be too specific because I know she's going to watch this and be mad that I got it wrong. Yeah. Don't be mad at me. But I think it was like stage 4. It was very severe. Like there was a very high chance of her not making it. Right. So her family and her, they moved out of state to go and get treatment.
Right, of course.
And so I was like stuck with this, and I mean this in the best way, and she knows this as well. I was kind of like stuck with this $2,000 a month rent now by myself. Yes. And I thought I was only going to be paying like $1,000 a month. And so I started freaking out, and I didn't really know what to do. And the only way I was like promoting was I just kind of put it in my Instagram, and I gave it to like the sugar daddies, and I didn't really know what to do. And then I posted this random TikTok one day, and my nipples were hard. And it literally got like 20 million views overnight. Yeah. It was fucking crazy. I remember my friend Weaver called me at 1 a.m. and he was like, your TikTok's doing so good. Like, are you making money from it? And I was like, you think people would subscribe from a TikTok? Yeah. And I checked, and I shit you not, I made $10,000 between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. Amazing. In an hour. Amazing. So when people ask me, like, is there money in this? Like, hell yeah. There definitely is. Oh, there's money. But like I said, the TikTok did well because my nipples were hard. It's like the lottery. You get lucky sometimes. You get lucky. But also, you gotta ride it out. Some people, they get a viral video they'll have on TikTok or even like Snapchat when people are doing public Snapchats, and you could just get crazy amounts of viewers. People are making money off of that, and I'm like, it's real. It's not all the time though. It's not. You have to be consistent, when you get it, and you have to work hard. Ride it out. Oh yeah, yes. You have to milk it. Because you talked about setting your boundaries early on, I have to ask you, what are some of the things that you have on your to-do list, but you're not going to be doing them yet? You know, you're still giving yourself some time to it. Obviously, the most common with girls is anal. Yeah. But there could be, threesomes, orgies, all sorts of things that you could be holding off on. So I will say I'm a pretty crazy person already, not in my work life. But outside of work in general, I've done more crazy stuff not on camera than I have on camera. Dude, me too. Like, I love threesomes. Yeah. I love anal. Love threesomes. Oh, like, queen. Love it. I had this amazing threesome. Excuse me. I had this amazing threesome with, like, an older married couple on this cruise. And hot. It was, like, this 65-year-old guy. And, like, his wife was a little younger. You know, she was, like, 35, 40. But I'm very, like, I didn't even film it. I'm just... An experience. Yeah, I'm just already very, like, how I am too. Sexual. Yes. But I think I trailed off from your original question. It's okay. What was it? I was asking if you have anything that's on your to-do list, but you're just not doing it yet, you know? So, to-do list, I would say, because I'm so crazy off camera, right now, I am trying to figure out if I want to film with men. I worked with my ex for a period of time. Yeah. And that's no longer happening. Okay. So now I really need like boy girl content. But this is kind of like what I was saying in the beginning, like I don't know if I'm ready for that. Because that is a different step, because we were kind of talking about this before, but it's a little different working with female or non-binary versus working with just male creators or penis having creators. It is. It's a little different. And it's a step, and I just don't know if I'm ready to take that yet. But Mr. Johnny Sims recently answered my DM on Instagram. Amazing, yes. So he's amazing. I would like to, if I was going to do it, I want to work with someone who's experienced, who has a very good reputation. Yeah. Who's gonna fuck me good. Right. I'm gonna have a good time with. Right. It's not gonna be like all work. Yeah. Absolutely. So I wanna have fun. I wanna have a sexy time. But I also wanna make sure I stay within my boundaries. Right, right. So I'm just not sure if I'm ready to do that, but that's definitely something I'm excited to branch into. Yeah, branch into, because I got a couple guys I'm gonna put on a list for you. Yeah, I got a couple. Write that shit down. Because they're impeccable. Yeah. I've been fucking them for like 10 years. Yeah. And they're great. That's what I know all their wives. You'll love them. That's exactly what I need. It's amazing. It's amazing. I actually just recently, I went to a Halloween party of J-Max. He's like our Miami porn star. I've heard very good things of J-Max. He was actually he was my first studio scene. So I had shot for fetish companies, but he was my first studio scene for like Bang Bros. And when I had told everyone, they're like, who are you working with today? I'm like, J-Mac. They were like, good luck. And I was like,
What? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, good fucking
Good
luck.
Yeah, people say it's bigger in person.
Yeah, and it's like, look at me. He will pick you up and fold you like a little, and then just fuck you, and then he'll talk to you while he's doing it, and his teeth are nice, and he's so shiny and delicious. He's Cuban, I think. He's delicious. He's
my
like
poo-poo is wet.
No, and I promise you, it's like when he picks you up with one arm, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm dripping.
Like tsunami.
Amazing. So we're putting him on your list for sure.
Yeah.
But I did hear you mention that you love anal.
I do.
And I love when girls love anal. Yay. Okay, so we have to ask. Yeah. And this is for everyone who's training, wants to get better at it. How do you anal prep?
Okay,
and we want the real prep story.
So my anal prep is not your standard anal prep. I have only one anal video available on my OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. I usually don't film that because that's something that's already hard for my body to not tense up for, which is the number one rule, is do not do it unless you're in the mood for it, which is already hard enough as a woman because we don't have a G-spot in there.
Literally.
So we really have to be in the mood, comfortable with your partner, comfortable with the situation. Right. How's your day going? You know, are you even horny?
Right. If we're gonna use lube.
Yeah, like what's the... So, and that's also what I mean when I say I don't do it the right way. Mm-hmm. So don't do it the way that I do it.
You don't use lube?
I don't. But it's also because I'm so naturally... like gushing wet.
It's fine.
Usually he'll like eat it, munch,
right, and then you're good.
Yeah, and then like all the lickable will kind of
because it'll drip.
Yeah, it'll all drip down and it'll be really wet. And then he will always do like one finger first. Yeah,
ease it in,
and then two fingers.
He's not going straight dick.
Yeah. Right. One finger and then two fingers, sometimes even three. And then we'll do that.
Wait, is he circumcised or not?
He has the helmet. So
Yay!
The helmet. The helmet is hardest with anal too because the hardest part is just the beginning. Yeah. It's like the first inch.
Once I get over the helmet, you're
then
good.
It's fine. It's just because it kind of
like a little mushroom tip.
Kind of locks on top of it.
Yeah, it does. It's like a butt plug.
It is. It like kind of vacuums it.
No, it does. It vacuum seals it.
Which is what's scary about it too. But I also don't do it unless I've had at least 6 shots of tequila. I need to be a little drunk. It also needs to be with a partner. Right. Like I need to be, it can't just be like a one-night stand. Like it has to be someone. Okay, wait. Well, but that's just my personal.
Well, there was one time I fucked a guy. Our first time hanging out, I was like, "Fuck me in the ass." I don't know, but I was like drunk and I was like, "Fuck me in the ass." And then he did, and then we ended up dating for like 2 years.
Okay,
yeah,
so like maybe you just
sometimes it's
your
okay
body
on
just
the
knew.
first date. Yeah, but he also had the helmet.
Oh, see, the helmet is hard.
It's sketchy.
It is hard. It's sketchy.
It's sketchy in the ass.
Sketchy.
What's your favorite type of dick to take anal with?
Well, technically, I've only done
one kind.
Yeah, well, I've only done consensual anal.
Right.
With one person.
Yeah.
So, and this is for everyone out there. If you have unconsensual anal, it does not count.
No.
Okay, that is not your anal virginity.
No.
All right, you get to have an experience. All right. Just saying.
Absolutely.
Because I did, and it was amazing, and I loved it. It was so good. Also, spooning when you do it.
Here's the thing: everyone wants you to get into doggy, or they want you to ride. And I'm like, when you are easing into anal, you guys need to be in the most relaxed positions possible. What's more relaxed than laying down,
cuddling?
Yeah, you're caressing each other.
You can like really feel each other. They can kiss your neck and your body,
and then
they
you
can
can
really
still lay down. You're more relaxed. You can get a vibrator going. You can have a dildo going.
Vibrator.
If that's what you like.
Yes, that's what I did mention.
A vibrator.
A little bullet.
I love a little Hitachi.
Anything. Like even if you don't have a Hitachi, like go get one of one of those like concealed.
The handheld. Yeah.
They have like little lipstick concealed versions.
They
you can't even know what it is. Mm-hmm. You can just pull it out. Boom.
Get it done.
Done and over with. A little clit stimulation goes a long way.
Yeah, especially with anal. Like, please fucking do it.
Yes, it won't work unless you're doing it.
If a guy's gonna come, where's he coming for you? If it's personal preference.
I like a cream pie.
My girl.
I can't.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm also on birth control. I am not someone like, and this is a hard take over here, ladies and gentlemen. I will, like, I do believe in abortion.
Yeah.
I will not.
We definitely believe in it
like,
over here.
I'm
Fuck
not
them
gonna, because I'm sitting here like, oh my God, come inside me. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna stick him with something that he didn't really necessarily ask for first.
No.
Not that I'm like, he's always like, you know, they're always like, okay, like,
the thing is,
I'm gonna come inside you.
Cream pie fetish, pregnancy hater. I think I'm anti-pregnant.
Yeah.
I think that all the surrogates in the world who want to be pregnant, people who like want to have babies, you should make them and give them the opportunity to have all the babies.
Yes.
And then everyone else can be fine.
Yes.
Like, they want to be pregnant. They want to eat weird stuff and not have sushi and not have beer and like be
They want to give that to people. They want to give people the happiness and the life and the opportunity.
We need to create a workforce of the surrogates. That way no one can worry about not having their careers.
Yeah.
No one
that way they can really start making money too.
Right. No,
like,
and then you're making bread. You're a surrogate your whole life. Enjoy that.
I agree.
Right. That's
I
genius.
think that's such a good idea.
Yeah, it really would.
Someone needs to write that down.
And there's people who like love being pregnant. Let them have babies.
Yeah.
I see them on TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? I'm creating jobs. The thing is, should I be in government? Probably not. Yeah. I mean, honestly, not. Because I'll tell all those old devils to fuck off. And I'll get kicked out very quickly. With all the chaos in the industry, and there's a bit of chaos, there's a bit of drama, there's relationships, there's friendships that are broken and built. How do you navigate? Because right now, we're hitting it off, right? Mm-hmm. You could find out in a week that I'm a psycho. Like, how do you deal with it? There's some people who just turn out to be, like, nuts. Yeah. Like, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think naturally it's always good when you're in the industry like this to be a good communicator because you already have to be so clear with your boundaries.
Right.
And your schedule and the kind of work that you do. And I feel like you already have to be kind of a people person to work with randos, especially in bed.
Yes.
So I feel like it's good to have like communication. That happened to me in the past though. I was friends with a girl who I was best friends with her. I thought she was good. She's my sister.
You guys just hit it
off.
Oh
my gosh, she was my sister. Like I had never met someone so similar to me who wanted so much for me.
Yeah.
Who I thought wanted so much for me. Until I realized, and I won't get too much into it, but she saw me as competition.
Yes.
And I don't think that was necessarily her fault. I think that she had been going through a lot in a very short amount of time. But unfortunately, because we're adults, I don't have time to be treated with disrespect.
Yes.
And in this job, I don't have time for friends who see me as competition. I can't show you how to treat me like a good person.
And it's not my fault.
It's not.
That's so
and
true.
I know that her intention was probably never to hurt me. She probably didn't want to feel like that.
Yeah.
I mean, no one ever wants to feel sour like that. But she did. I mean, she got mad at me for copying her TikTok because mine did good and hers didn't. But TikTok is all about trends. It's about redoing the same thing. And I mean, me and this friend have sat down together and copied another mutual friend.
What it's for,
You know, like, and it was just this whole thing. And I texted her and I was like, I don't think I can be friends with someone who can see me as competition. Yeah. And I think that's the most important thing. In life, not even just this industry, is to just be honest because sorry, you don't see her, but like me and my assistant were talking about earlier, or actually, I don't even think it was you. Wow. It was me and Macy who was on here yesterday.
Yes. Macy's guys.
You can't, what's what I'm trying to say here? You can't expect anything from anybody. And I think the most important thing is to make sure that you surround yourself with people who make you feel beautiful and smart and wealthy and wanted. I don't think that you should ever continue to be friends with people, and you don't have to have a reason. If and that's what I was gonna say. Me and Macy were talking about. You don't have to have a reason to not be friends with someone. You never have to explain yourself. If you feel like this person is not a good person to have in your life, they don't have to be there. You know?
It's so real. I think it's hard. People get
it's hard, but it's real.
Because in the industry, you think you know, you get these like real friendships, or so you think, and then people kind of debate within themselves. Like when you realize people see you as competition, or maybe they're doing some passive aggressive stuff to you that you're like, wait a minute, that was actually kind of fucked up. I think it's that fight within you that we don't have a lot of people. So when you have to cut those off, I feel like it's harder. But I wholeheartedly agree with you that when you notice something, or if you just feel like something's off, cut it off. Like there's no point in stressing. I think.
I mean, we were inseparable for a year and a half.
Oh,
so, like,
that's rough.
We were, like, I was as close with her as I am with any of my friends right now. Like, I genuinely, it was such a flip turn. It was out of nowhere.
Right. It's honestly, it's very humbling when you're in an industry like this, because we don't have normal schedules, guys. We can spend weird amounts of time with our friends, if not damn near living with them most of the time when you get close to someone. So when you do have a relationship that falls off, it really kind of throws off your dynamic. One, your fans notice immediately if you're not posting together. And then two, it's the, do I address this? Is it that big of a deal? It's a big debate. So I actually love how you articulated that, how you would handle that and stuff. I think that's good.
And I just want to emphasize that it's much simpler to say than it is to do, and I know that, and that's why I wanted to also say that we were so close, and we were friends for a year and a half, and she was my sister, and I don't say that lightly. And I do miss her, and I do love her so much still. But I refuse to accept energy that doesn't accept me for everything that I am, especially if that's successful.
Okay, so with that mindset, when you're looking for people to like collab with on content, and because it's not males right now, it's just ladies, how do you kind of decipher who's going to be a good matchup for you, who's going to, you know, have good energy, if their content even lines up with yours? Like, how do you kind of navigate that?
Well, actually, I am scared to death of meeting anyone new, ever. All of my friends have to convince me to meet people. Like, my friend, Livy, who goes by Your Fave Online Sleuth online, she convinced me to meet Macy. I didn't even want to, because I was like, I literally said, guys, this is wrong. But I was like, she smiles too much. Like, what if she's crazy? Like what if, like, I don't know, but I am so nervous about meeting new people. But like I said before, I think it's important to have good people around you. Because my cousin Livy was like, and my cousin and I work together, she's also in the industry. But she was like, listen, like, let's go out to eat with her. Like, you shouldn't live your life scared that every single person is going to fuck you over, because then you're never gonna have friends.
No, that's so real.
So
that's a big trip though in the industry, honestly, because not that we're not all on the grind. We are all trying to build something out of ourselves, but it just sucks having that realization that you're like, oh, this person is using me to meet people or to get more followers, whatever it is. It really does suck. What's the scariest thing you've ever taken in your pussy?
Oh,
like a bad dragon toy, a corn on the cob dildo from like 2016 when those were hot. Maybe those were big. Like
I think the scariest thing.
A dick? What kind of dick was it?
It was so big.
Like long or thick?
She's laughing because we shared it.
She's like, yeah, it was terrifying. She's like, that shit was gory.
Okay, first of all, I need like let me see your forearm.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
baby.
Okay, first of all, it was like, let's start right here. Maybe like,
ooh.
A little longer, right? Yeah, like that. Like thickness too, guys. We're talking girth here too. Yeah. And that's soft, my love. Like, oh my God, but like, when I tell you, it was just,
I'm gonna see how big that looks.
Leg, oh my God.
I'm good, dude.
It was, I would gape every single time. Every single time. And he wanted to fuck my ass so bad that I could never say something like that at my butthole.
Why is it the dudes with the biggest dicks are like, let me fuck your ass? And it's like, let you fuck my what? Let me fuck your ass. How about that? How about we clone a Willy?
Yeah.
And then I'll fuck you in the ass. And if it feels great, I'll get fucked in the ass with your dick.
Dick like that, though, I can't take it all the time. I agree.
I took a big dick the other day, and I was like,
yeah.
And he was like, he was like, do you love that? And I was like, honestly, like, it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts.
Like, it feels so good in the moment, but after, when that shit is
it was not. No, then my pussy hurt. Yeah, oh, your pussy got swollen. Me too.
Can't wear a thong for days.
No, they think it's funny. They're like, oh, I made your pussy swollen. It's like, yeah, except I'm not gonna fuck you now for a week. So how about that, bitch?
Yeah.
Because I have to work.
Now I have to recover.
Right? I'm gonna be taking Epsom salt baths and.
No, yeah.
I have to get you to do a quick little spin. Your outfit's so adorable, and we get every guest to do it.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Right, you have to show it off. She's adorable.
I'm actually getting my boobs done.
Shut the fuck up, are you? You're like a superhero.
At the end of March.
And your nipples are pierced.
Yeah, they are.
So are you gonna leave them? I don't know. Are you gonna redo them when you're done? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So cute. Right? She's getting her boobs done. So that means we are gonna have to have you back.
Oh yeah,
for like a boob update.
Yeah, let me give you guys a little, because maybe I'll wear the same outfit.
Right, and just to see like that.
So like this is like
a little boob date.
I got something, but there's not a lot working there.
That's okay. You'll have something.
Yeah.
Very shortly. It'll be here soon.
Rada, rada, rada. I'm excited.
You have been amazing to have on. Do you have any projects that you need to give a shout out to that you're going to be dropping anytime soon? Or maybe some that you've dropped, because you did mention a few that you want to give a shout out to that we might be able to find on your pages now already.
So the number one thing I need to shout out is to my feet fans. They love me and they are so loyal. But the other thing is, honestly, your online girlfriends. I work with Macy and Emmy and my cousin Livy all the time. The content we make is so hot. I mean, we're fucking each other on camera and off camera every day.
That's hot.
So the chemistry is already insane. So the fact that we get to share that and release new stuff all the time is amazing. Plus a couple of us are going to be going to spring break this year.
Yes! Ooh, so we definitely got to keep an eye out
during spring break, I don't know, to any Miami people out there, Fort Lauderdale people, I always fly like a banner in the sky with my name on it. So that's going to be exciting because I'm also doing that soon. I love that. Spring break and then your online girlfriends.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I'm also excited to watch this fucking episode.
Yeah, well, we're going to have you back on when we do a panel. We're going to get a panel of all the hottest girls that we can find. Yes. And we're going to talk about all the topics. You guys ask us over and over and over again.
We have the answers. We promise they're coming.
We do. You got our favorite position. You know where she wants to come. DM her, guys. Like, you can pitch your offers now. I do have to give a shout out to our sponsor for this episode, Love Your Trip. They have these amazing microdose gummies as well as chocolate bars. There's all sorts of flavors. And this one, I believe, is pear. Yeah, Asian pear. So good, so sweet. But they have a bunch of different other ones. Lychee, passion fruit. It's literally so decadent.
The packaging is beautiful.
It's gorgeous, right? Yeah. And all of them are signature. So every flavor has their own packaging. Ooh. Yes, they have a s'mores one. We had another one that was toffee. They have a milk chocolate one, white chocolate, different fruit flavors. Guys, you've got to check them out. Love Your Trip. They hooked us up with all these little stickers and goodies. So, of course, we're going to send our guests home with a little something. And we want to give a thank you to you guys. You always set us straight for Spliffs and Giggles. And we have to give you the best. I do also want to give another shout out to Terps. That's who we're smoking on today. How are you feeling?
I love this weed. I'm very energetic. I'm laughing. I'm in a great mood.
It's a sativa for sure.
We vibing. Oh yeah, the energy is here.
Yay! I love that. See, so Terps, you guys hooked us up, and it was perfect. Alexis, you have been a joy. I absolutely adore her, guys. If you can see, I can stop staring at her.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hang out.
You're going to. I'll eat your pussy for sure someday. Like, for sure. Yeah.
I'm a muncher.
I am Adriana Maya. This is Alexis fucking Evans. This is Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. Good night, guys.